Hey guys, and welcome back to the Pokemon Fab 5. I am your host, Moonlight Swami, aka Swami Studios, your head coach of the Colorado Rapidash, as we come in at 3-0, taking on KressleKey and the Adelaide Umbreons. She has a terrifying team, and I am ready for it, I think. You never know if you're completely ready for it until you have to face it off in battle, but I feel confident. We had to wait a little bit to the last day because we are 15.5 hours apart in terms of time zones, which is a little far, a little bit. But I'm not too concerned about it. We're getting the match in right now, so I'm happy. And I'm ready to get things going. Let me take a look at the document. I'm going to take a look at her team real quick as I'm just pulling up all of my documents that I'll need for the battle. As she has let's run through her team real quick and then we'll take a look at ours. So first and foremost, she has an Azumarill. She has Gengar, Salazzle, Credillia, Alolan Golem, Lapras, Celesteela, Flygon, Hoopa, Hitmonchan, and Audino. She is coming into this game, I believe, 0-3. I'm not positive. She was sick last week, which obviously that's not too fun. Yeah, she's 0-3, but she's a really good battler. She barely lost to Kelly and the Maryland Torterrapins week 1, and she came within 20% of beating Jodor in week 2. It was a 1-0 victory. So she has a really good team. She's a good battler, and definitely is, she has a team that you have to be a little bit careful for. As for us, if you have not been following the updates or anything that I've been putting on Twitter, then you don't know that we have moved our team a little bit. We actually only worked with 2 spots to change these things up, but I'll run through them right now. First and foremost, we dropped Slowking for, what was it, Cloyster? Yeah, we dropped Slowking for Cloyster, and then we ended up dropping Cloyster for Volcarona, because one of the teams, we had 2 coaches who had to drop. One of them was Steve of the Milwaukee Sawsbucks, the other was Vump, the 2-time reigning champion of the San Diego Charizards. I think Vump had Volcarona, and his replacement Willow dropped Volcarona, and I snatched that up. And the last Pokemon is we dropped Shiinotic and picked up Wishy-Washy, which was actually from Steve's team and the Milwaukee Sawsbucks. So those are the Pokemon that we have now on roster, and for the Pokemon that we have that we're bringing today, we have Rotom Heat, we have Volcarona, we have Tyranitar, Excadrill, Mew, and our last is going to be Weezing. So Volcarona makes its debut, and it's a fun set. Okay, so we're just having some trouble connecting on the I'm going to reconnect from the Festival Plaza because the plaza is stupid, muy estupido, and we're going to see if we can get our battle going. But the Volcarona is interesting because it is carrying a Pasho berry, which is the Water Berry. It's one of my favorites for this reason, that you can kind of go in and you can absorb a water type attack. It does only 50% damage, so that's a perfect check to Azumarill for 1 hit. It's Quiver Dance, HP Ice, Giga Drain, and Fiery Dance. Its strength comes with the... Oh, whoops. I forgot to connect to the internet. So there's that. Next up, it is Tyranitar. This week we are running Dragon Dance instead of Rock Polish. We've rocked a few different sets on T-Tar so far. It's D-Dance, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, and Crunch, and it hits 124 speed. It's Jolly Nature, but we have ways to counteract against Celesteela, against Gengar and Hoopa, and to deal with the Flygon. Next up we have Excadrill with Life Orb, Sand Rush, Iron Head, Rock Slide, Sword Stance, Earthquake, We reworked all of its speed. The speed tier that we want to hit this week is 135. The reason for that is very simple. If we hit 135, then that means that we outspeed max speed Hoopa. And Hoopa's an issue because it's a very powerful Pokemon. Just one of those things that I like to be able to outspeed that. It has 156 attack. It's rocking Iron Head, Rock Slide, Swords Dance, and Earthquake, which means that we can hit the Flygon with an Earthquake. Good to know. Good to know. And it is a Life Orb with Sand Rush set. So definitely solid as we're running around in circles here. Next up, we have Mew rocking Electrium Z. Knockoff, Defog, Thunderbolt, Psychic. That deals with Hoopa. The knockoff does. It does a good amount to Gengar, but Psychic is the primary play there. Same thing for Hitmonchan, but knockoff is useful. Defog is important because it helps us with rocks for Volcarona. And let's see. So she paged me. Okay, so back to Mew. Thunderbolt and Psychic are on there. Thunderbolt will do, I think it was 83 to 96% with Electrium Z to a max HP, max defense Celesteela, which is important. After that, we have Weezing. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get everything set up. Black Sludge, Levitate, Sludge Bomb, Thunderbolt, Will-O-Wisp, and Haze. The thing that's really cool about this set is that we hit 113 speed. Azumarill hits max 112. After a Belly Drum, Aqua Jet will do about 70% to this Weezing, maybe a little bit more, maybe up to 85, but we outspeed it. So if she goes for a Waterfall or something because she knows she can't KO it, we'll get rid of the Belly Drum. And Will-O-Wisp is always great. Thunderbolt, fantastic. Sludge Bomb does a good amount of damage too. And lastly, we have Rotom Heat, and this is my favorite set for the week. It is a Trick, Discharge, Hidden Power Ice, Foul Play, Rotom Heat with a Flame Orb. We hit 228 speed, which is 135. We have a lot of HP. We have some good special attack, and we are modest. Discharge is just a fantastic move. HP Ice deals with the Flygon. Foul Play one-shots Hoopa, and Trick with the Flame Orb, you can imagine, is going to be fantastic for Flygon. It can work against Dragonite. Not Dragonite. It can work against Azumarill. Alright, I'm back. I'm very old school when it comes to these sort of things. I love having my pen and paper for writing down stuff about the battles. I think it's just easier. You know, that's not everybody's perspective, but it's my own. So I'm happy with it. Everything looks good on the format. This is week number 5. Please select the Pokemon. And let's see our team. It is Salazzle, Hoopa, yes, no Flygon, Credilli, Gengar, Steela, and Azumarill. Fantastic. So I expect Credilli to lead, and if Credilli leads, Credilli's an interesting Pokemon because it's fast, not fast, sorry. It's not fast at all. It is just a threat to us. What was the Pokemon that actually, Rotom is a perfect lead into the Credilli because I can just trick the Flame Orb onto it. I have ways to deal with the Zoo. Steela, I have ways to deal with that. Salazzle, could be an issue, but we have ways to deal with everything. We cannot survive a Hoopa Shadow Ball with Mew. Something to keep in mind. But we can deal with it, we can survive a Gengar one. Unless it's Specs, I believe. But either way, good luck, have fun, and we are underway. So I'm going to lead with Rotom. I'm assuming Credilli's going to lead to get those rocks up. Which I really wouldn't be too surprised about. Let's see, Rotom, Heat. Ghost Toast, oh, it's Gengar. Interesting. Did not expect that at all. But let's see how much Foul Play does. Not enough. I guess she was expecting a Mew lead, but I think I'm going to go for a safe Discharge turn 1. She'll probably expect like a Scarf and a Volt Switch or something, but I'm just going to go for the Discharge and see what happens here. She has nothing to resist it, which is fantastic. Yeah, she has 2 weaknesses to it. Salazzle's pretty weak, Gengar's pretty weak, so she's a very hyper-offensive team. If Hoopa comes in, which I doubt, it is a special defense mon, Credilli could come in as well, but I think we have a very good lead against Gengar, which is obviously very dangerous. Can hit very hard. So let's see exactly how this goes. It's very well scarfed, so if it outspeeds us, that's definitely no surprise. Shadow Ball comes out. We'll see how much this does to us. About right in line with it, so I'm assuming it's scarfed. Discharge comes out. It does not get the paralysis. I think the play here, let's say it's Scarf, because that damage really was not that impressive. 44 to, okay. Volcarona, how much would Volcarona take from it? Enough. We would have to Quiver twice to outspeed it. Okay, so Salazzle, Hoopa, Credilli, Gengar, Steela, Azumarill. How valuable is Rotom? It's probably the least valuable thing on the team. It can deal with Hoopa, but so can Mew. Unless it's Scarfed. How much does Tyranitar take from this? Reptar from that, very little. Is it even worth setting that up though? Nah, I think I'm gonna stay in. Nah, I don't want to lose Rotom this early. I'm gonna go into Reptar and set up the sand. Worst case scenario, we get the sand up and, well, she has to switch out into something, but here we go. The Ice Punch is not that useful. I guess it deals with Credilli well. Sludge Wave. Oh, so this is not... Is it Expert Belt? If it's Expert Belt, that's an issue. Let's see. Can we survive a Focus Blast? No, not like this. Is it worth risking, though? If we go to +1, we will outspeed it. Do we outspeed Salazzle at +1? I think so. 185, 124, yeah. I'm gonna Dragon Dance once. See if she stays in. If it's Focus Blast, she has a 70% chance to hit. That's a 30% chance to miss. I like those odds. If not, then we lose Tyranitar early, but this isn't the primary sweeper for this team. I think Volcarona probably is the most important one based on her team composition. Salazzle is an issue, but if we can start quivering up, there's nothing that her team can really do to survive. Let's hope she overpredicts and switches out, because if she does, then we're in a good spot. If she switches into Hoopa, then that means that it's probably Scarfed, but if we're running Rock Polish, then it really wouldn't matter, would it? Azumarill as a Belly Drum set. Ooh, give me a free Dragon Dance. Huzzah. Oh, Celesteela. Okay. Let's assume it's... I'm assuming now that this is physically defensive. At +1. Does good damage. Heavy Slam does good back, but... Okay, let's see. What does +2 get us? Won't KO it. I'm gonna go for a normal Thunder Punch. Let's see what this does. +1. Let's say it's not. Okay. So this is an interesting decision for her. Now that I've set up kind of, I will outspeed anything on her team that isn't scarfed. Oh, that's a crit. What? What? Pardon moi? Does it not have any bulk? No freaking way. Oh my god. I don't know what to think. Hoopa has to be scarfed. It has to be. I'm gonna go into Rotom and probably sack it off. I don't even know what to think. Ooh. Well, that's going to be the end of Rotom. Okay. Hoopa kills Rotom. So if it's locked into that, Mew can come in and knock off very freely. Extremely. So we took out probably the most dangerous thing on her team to us because Weezing can deal with anything else. But I can go for a very safe knockoff because we're going to outspeed no matter what. And if she's locked into a move, then Hoopa is going to go down right now. Okay. Hoopa switches out. What comes in? Bloopers, which is the Credilli. Okay. So, let's see. How much does this do? It's leftovers. Not too much. Not bad. Okay. So, Mew versus Credilli. Not a lot of damage. Not a lot of damage. I think I'm going to go back into Tyranitar, because now what I can do is, if she goes for Stealth Rocks, then I can just go for a safe crunch against this thing. Whoops. Tyranitar versus Credilli. A crunch, very safe move. If I get to +1... How much would Weezing do to it? Not going to risk Weezing at all. Not going to switch into Moth. How about Excadrill? What would Excadrill do to this thing? Iron Head would KO it. Excadrill's actually not a bad play here. Because Mew can come back in and go for a very easy defog later. I don't know what this thing can actually do to us. So maybe it could go for a curse. Goes for a toxic. Nice. Okay. Well, that would have reciprocated anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. If she goes into Salazzle, Hoopa. How does it take an Earthquake? Not well. Earthquake is the easy, safe play here. Gonna go for an Earthquake. If you switch out, I take out whatever you switch in, unless... Oh, yeah, that might not have been a good idea. Let's see what Salazzle, if it's a... I think I just jumped the gun a little bit. Yeah. Iron Head would have been fine. That's too bad. Oh, stays in. Earthquake comes out. Lot of damage. Wow. And she's going to go for a Giga Drain, which doesn't do too much. Okay, now we can go for... I think Iron Head's pretty safe here. Just to be careful. Okay, so So Credilli goes down. Excadrill kills Credilli. So it's been a little bit of a sloppy first start to this game. I was caught a little bit off guard by her team. The damage that we did was really surprising. I'm not going to let Excadrill go down. Here comes Salazzle. There's no chance in hell that this thing is actually going to outspeed us if we're in the sand. Salazzle's interesting because it can get a few moves, but I don't think it can do too much. I guess if it goes for a nasty plot, it can. It's a lot of fire. Yeah. Not that much. I guess you can get a dragon move or two, but pretty simple move pool. I guess it could have HP fighting, but I think we could go into T-Tar here. And worst case scenario, we set up the sand again. Because we have means to take care of the rest of her team already. Nothing on her team wants to take a hit from us. Fire Blast. Nice. Okay, so in the sand, this is going to do nothing. No burn either. Perfect. So I'm going to go for a crunch onto Salazzle because really this will KO it. It will. If she wants to switch into Hoopa expecting, I don't know what, a Thunder Punch or something, then by all means. But even with no hit boost, this will KO Salazzle. It's HP fighting, yeah, it might kill me, but... Nope, withdrew. What's coming in? Is it Azumarill? Okay, Azumarill comes in. Okay, that's good damage. Ooh, the defense drop, that's big. It can't outspeed me. At all. Aqua Jet could KO us if it's banded. If it's not, it can. Maybe. But I'm going to go for the Thunder Punch because it's at -1. At -1. Okay, Aqua Jet comes out. If we survive, fantastic. If not, oh wow. We survive with spades. That's done. Fantastic. Okay. Okay, so her last 3 Pokemon all can be taken out by Excadrill. So, I'm going to go for a Crunch. Hoopa's an issue, but it's going to have to lock itself into something. Technically, if I really wanted to be careful, I could have switched out. Shadow Balls can come in. Okay. We should have Sand turns left, though. If not, I miscalculated terribly and I'm really in trouble. No, we're good. Okay. So Excadrill comes in, and she has speed to her team, but not enough to deal with Excadrill. So Earthquake will take out either Gengar or Hoopa. Do we have any Sand turns left? I hope so. Oh, that's not fun. Come on. Shit. Okay. Mew can finish it up, though. Technically. Actually, it's not as easy as it looks. Without the Sand, Salazzle can KO us. So there's no point in preserving this right now. I can't go for that. I'm going to go for the Rock Slide. I hope she goes for like a nasty plot. Fire Blast. Misses. Sorry. But Salazzle's going to go down, and that's going to seal the game. I mean, we had it anyway. Crit just to insult for injury. To Salazzle. Yeah, it couldn't survive a Rock Slide anyway. I'm bummed that I didn't get to use either of my two fun sets, but you know, what can you do? Hoopa is going to come in, go for a Shadow Ball that should KO us. That's the smart move to be locked into, but Hoopa, okay, it's Choice Scarfed versus Volcarona. Okay. I'm going to go for the Quiver and start setting up a little bit on her. Shadow Ball comes out. This will do some decent damage. Yeah, that's a lot. At +1, we'll outspeed it now, and we'll 2-hit it with Fiery Dance. Unless she gets a crit. If she gets a crit, things get interesting, but I think even Weezing can survive. So Fiery Dance comes out. Yeah, it's a 2-hit. Shadow Ball should do only about 30%. Yeah. All right, good game, Kres. It would have been a little bit, it could have been different if she hadn't missed, but I don't know how much different. Either way, that is it. Volk kills Hoopa with Fiery Dance. You know, either way, that was a very good battle. We take it, what, 3-0? We had Mew, Rotom, and Volcarona left, but you know, it happens. Fire Blast is only 85% accurate. She did hit a Focus Blast earlier on us, so I guess it was kind of bound to happen. She hit a Fire Blast too. Let's see, what would Hoopa's Shadow Ball have done to Rotom at that range? Probably would have KO'd it, right? Yeah, actually, she probably would have won. No, she wouldn't have won, but she would have gotten close. Salazzle, we could have come in, if she had switched out. I'm going to ask her. If it did KO, and I brought in Rotom, what would you have done? I want to know if she would have switched into Hoopa. Oh, no, it did die. Never mind. It was Weezing who was left. Okay, so actually that really could have been a difference. It's unfortunate. It wasn't my best match, but in the end, we do pull out a 3-0 victory, and we improve to 4-0 on the season. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Moonlight Swami, and I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace!